What if Deku had Kurima's power? Kurama. Kurama's powers, part 1. Please tell me if I'm pronouncing that wrong again. So, what if Deku had Kurama's powers, part 2? So, to start this off, Deku was just sitting in class, right, where I left off, and 5 foxtails grow out of his back, and 2 fox ears grow right onto his head. Now, he's just sitting there, like he doesn't even realize it, as the pain from his back and his head just randomly go away. So, he, doesn't really care. And then, when the lunch bell rings, he just stands up and starts walking away, only to feel, something fluffy touching his hands. Which he turns around to see 5 fluffy tails just swaying in the wind. And then he goes up to touch his head, only to find 2 fox ears there. He's like, what the heck happened? And Kurama just says, well, I don't think this was supposed to happen, but I guess since I befriended you early, you've grown foxtails and ears. Once you're older, you'll probably be able to control my full power. That's when you'll have 9 tails. That's what I can predict. So, that's what happens. He just moves on. And, people just don't really care. They just see it. Then at the end of class, Bakugo's like, hey, when'd you get tails? I can't really think, because I can't remember if Bakugo, he told him he's a useless Deku, or did he show him his, Chidori, or whatever. I'm just gonna say he thinks he's a useless Deku, and he's like, where'd you get those tails from, loser? He's like, huh? Oh yeah, those. I don't know. He's just like, I don't know. So, time skip, UA entrance exam. Deku's only grown 1 more tail, which he was 12 back when this happened. Well, now he's 15. So now he has another foxtail, making that 6. He's only 3 away from being max power. But if he goes above 6, he'll end up losing control and probably kill everybody. Yeah, that sounds right. Ooh, what should I make this? You can always make this I can do a harem for this. You got Momo, Ochako, Momo, Ochako, Juro, Mina, Toro. I can do all those or whatever you guys want for the ship for this. But I don't really know. So, back to the story. Deku's just standing there, and he's just walking around until he feels something touch his tail. He looks back to see a brown-haired girl just touching his tails, and she's like, oh, sorry, I just couldn't resist myself. They seemed so soft. He's like, oh, thanks, it actually felt kind of good, you know. But basically, she just blushes at that, and she's just like, what? She's starting to stutter. She's like, well, good luck, as he just walks away. And she's just like, what happened? So, everybody's just in the exam hall. They finished the written exam, and President Mike is talking about, he's talking about the exam with the robots, the practical exam. Basically, Deku never gets called out because he doesn't mutter, and he doesn't really like heroes that much because he knows that half of them are fake. Kurama also told him that he's not really from this world. He told him that he was from the what was Naruto's world called? I'm just gonna say he was from the Naruto world, since Naruto was never born. Naruto was what the world was called. And basically, sorry guys. So basically, he's from the Naruto world, and his father Uzumaki, I forgot his mom's name, but it was something Uzumaki, I think. So that he's an Uzumaki. And that's why Deku always wears that jacket, because it symbolizes his family that he never got to meet. So he basically honors them by doing that. So once the entrance exam starts, President Mike just yells, "Go!" And everybody runs in. And Deku just starts walking in, and like all of the pro heroes are like, "Why is that kid just walking in?" And then all of a sudden Deku just gets down into a running position and then just sprints off. And like there's building in his way, but he just runs right through them, and any robot that gets in his way is just instantly crushed. All the heroes can see is just a red out. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have different transformations than the Naruto one. I'm not really sure, but in this part I'll just make I'm going to call it half power transformation, which is basically just Deku. I'm going to say Deku can also turn into a fox, which this is his form, which uses half of his. He can't go that powerful in it, but it has enough power that he can punch through a building, basically. Like, it's not. I'm going to say it's as powerful as, like, one of Bakugo's explosions. So that's only, like, 50% of his power. And Deku turns into his fox, and all the heroes can see is just, like, a orange outline, because he turns into an orange fox outline with 5 tails just going, like, zooming everywhere. Like, there's just a flash of color, and they're just like, what the heck? As he just keeps, like, running around. And basically, he ends up destroying mostly every single robot, which in turn leads to him having 500 points. And he leaves around 100 points, so other kids can barely scrape by. And that's when Nezu's like, well, I guess we'll have to throw in a challenge, as he flips open a compartment and smashes down like one of those red launch buttons. He just hits the red launch button, and like the city starts shaking. Deku just looks up and he's like, huh. As he starts running towards the 0 pointer. And like all of the people are just watching this fox with 5 tails run towards the 0 pointer, like, is that thing crazy? What's it doing? And that's when it opens its mouth wide, and you can hear the cracking of its jaw as it's going beyond its like function, its limit, as it just keeps going wider and wider. And that's when a ball of chakra appears, just a red ball of chakra appears, and he opens his mouth and just lets out a massive roar, destroying the entire 0 pointer. Just destroying, like, if you guys know, when Gohan did, I think it was a Kamehameha wave, like his first ever one or something, when he was training with Piccolo in Dragon Ball Z Kai, I think. I'm not really sure. It made, like, this super big crater. Well, basically imagine that. It's just a super big crater. It leaves there, and he just slowly transforms back. And he looks to his right just to see a girl, the same girl that pet his tails, just sitting there like, and he just looks over like, oh, I didn't see it there. You should have told me. She's like, is that seriously your reaction? So basically that's gonna be it, guys. I am sorry I couldn't get more out, as I have a limited time schedule. I couldn't do it I couldn't do any of like the other day today, just for random reasons that I had to work and like some random schoolwork that assigned like at the last day of school that I didn't get done. And yeah, I'm sorry guys. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. Sorry for saying guys, and for all the female viewers watching. Don't really know if there are any. But so yeah, bye.